Sponsored by the Cruise Shop from the home of the Snowball Derby, Five Flags Speedway in Pensacola, Florida. This is the Global SimRacing Channel's opening round coverage of the Bootleg Racing League's Outlaw Modified Series 2019 Summer Season Championship. A championship that has crowned 20 before. The first being Brian Neff in the summer of 14. The most recent being J.R. Shepard just 1 week ago. For Shepard, it was his 5th consecutive coronation and 9th in total. The last driver to deny Shepard a title was Stefan Alphonse in the winter of 2018. As far as current drivers claiming championship, Donnie Moore has 4, and the boss, Lowell Jewell, has 1. James Lowe, Chris Passini did all they could last season, as did Pardon and Thanks Joshua Banks the season prior, all three looking for their first title as the Sega continues now, and you can see all the short track action from Green Flag to Victory Donuts unfold live as it happens right here on GSRC. Hello and welcome. Up in the booth to bring you our Word's Eye view, it's Soup and Crackers. Bill Soup's on, joined by Sean Crackers Ambrose. Turning the knobs and pushing the sliders is our director, Joe Peak, armed with cameras, locked and loaded by Dougie Beard. J.R. Shepard is the defending champion, but when last season opened up right here at this very venue, it was James Lowe who left the complex with the early points lead as he was first to the checkered flag. And speaking of flags, Crackers, tell us a little bit about Five Flags.
Soup, I heard somewhere that there used to be 4 and that they bought the 5th flag. But that might be just, I think that's a rumor. Yeah, it might be a rumor. But located right here, sunny Pensacola, Florida. Welcome, everyone. You know, they opened this old joint back in 1953 on Old Pine Forest Road. And, well, they christened after the nickname of the city of Pensacola, the City of 5 Flags. Now, a lot of local classes run here during a race season that lasts all the way from March into October. Why? Because they're in sunny Florida. Super lates, pro models, pro trucks, outlaw stocks, sportsman classes, pure stocks, modifieds race here too, folks. And listen, a lot of great races hosted here over the years. The one we're interested in is the one tonight on this very, very fast, abrasive track surface. They're getting around here in the SK Modified at just under 16 seconds a lap. Folks, that is fast on this one. The fastest way to see it is on board the GSRC SK Modified for a trip around 5 Flags Speedway.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Global SimRacing Channel. I'm Brian Yasek, taking you for a spin around 5 Flags Speedway in the GSRC SK Modified. Without further ado, here we go. Floating it out here into turn 1, getting it right down to the bottom, letting the vehicle rotate, catch a little bit of that line, driving it straight out of the corner, not all the way out to the fence. You might if you're trying to set something up into turn 3, but turn 3 you let it float in, maybe catch a little bit of the apron to help it turn, drive it straight off of there, out towards the wall, floating it down here into turn 1. You don't have a whole lot of time to rest here at 5 Flags. Really separates the men from the boys. Off of the exit of the corner, down the back stretch, once again down here to turn 3. You might try to some braking, or you might try and just let off the gas and let it rotate. Either way, the way to do it, across the line. And that's going to complete our guide here around 5 Flags Speedway. I'm Brian Yasek. Enjoy the show.
That is a great lap around here at 5 Flags Speedway in the SK Modified. But real quickly, we're going to do an interview here, kicking off something here in Season 3. We're going to talk to California driver, or I'm sorry, Club West driver, Bruce Pearson is joining us. Bruce, I know you're on track right now, but have you got us, buddy? Let's see, Bruce is on the track right now. Let's see if he can hear us. Bruce, can you hear us, bud?
Buttons to push.
Yeah, I see him keying up, but we're not hearing him. I'll tell you what, Sue, why don't we
let's talk about the cruise shop.
Let's talk about the cruise shop. I think now would be a great time to do that. Listen, everybody, iRacers, friends of iRacers, family members, you know what? We found a way to get you all in the same boat. We're going to do it for the new year. Take a cruise with us to celebrate New Year's. Now, that's right. You can sail out of Miami with us all on January 5th, 2020 for a 7-night Easter Caribbean cruise on the Royal Caribbean Oasis in the Seas. Special group pricing has been put in place for all iRacing members, their friends, their family. You can all sail away together with members of this great iRacing community and get ready to see great places like Phillipsburg, St. Martin, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and Haiti. You know, for as little as $125 a day, you can cruise the high seas for 7 days. And for a small deposit, you can secure your spot today. Payment plans are available for everyone. You've got to call Brenna. Contact her, go to her website, but contact Brenna today at the cruise shop to get in on this special offer. You can email her or call, but do it now. Spots are filling quickly. Email her, Brenna, BRENNA, at thecruiseshopfw.com. You can also visit their Facebook page for complete details. Go over to Facebook.com/Cruise Shop FW. Soup, let's give Bruce Pearson one more try here. See if maybe we can talk to him real quick. Bruce, have you got us, buddy? Looks like Bruce is still having trouble with that microphone, Soup.
We have been trying to talk to Bruce Pearson for many a season. I promise you, we're going to get this interview in before the season is done. Looks like it's not going to happen tonight. Tell you what, I'll go to the points, and if we want to take another shot at it,
we'll take another shot. It sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay. Driver standings. You won't see Bruce Pearson's name on here, but you will see J.R. Shepard, 9-time champion, up at the top. Look what happened last time. James Lowe gave him a run for his money. Actually worked out his real-world schedule so he could race in the season finale. Was not able to close the deal, though. He had to finish second. Chris Bassini, it could be his season this time around. He was 21 points back, but he is hot. Donnie Moore has 4 championships. It's been a long time since he's won one. Now, interesting, 2 of Johnny's championships came when he was in a deadlock, once with J.R. Shepard, one time out. And then Ruben Altice makes the top 5. Good for him on that one. Let's go ahead and talk about the event details, Sean.
Yes, sir. Welcome to round 1 of 11 magnificent weeks this season of racing. 100 laps here in the Bootleg Racing League every week. And, you know, one of the things that happens every week, you can't take any tires on this car. They are stuck with those 4 Hoosier tires on the new SK Modified. And they are stuck with it for 100 laps under the iRacing fixed setup. The Lucky Dog, the NASCAR Lucky Dog is in play. We've got 1 fast repair, which basically means you've got 1 spare SK Modified on that Featherlight trailer. And the grid, well, Soup, we're going to be inverting it from, yes, that's right, from last week's final race for Season 2. And, you know, we do have an experienced driver with us this evening, someone I know, maybe personally, who's done a few laps here at Five Flags Speedway. He's going to be helping us down on the pit lane. John Ambrose. John, brother of mine, what can you tell us about this track that maybe we're missing? Maybe even something about the lights, because, well, that is kind of important at this track, isn't it?
Well, first off, Sean, I just want to say Mom loved you more than me.
It's not true. It's not true.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so here we are at Five Flags Speedway. This track is monumental in that most teams normally run Friday night at Mobile, Alabama, and then drive just down the road here to this track. So a lot of history here. You talk about interesting. As this race goes into the dark, you're going to see turns 3 and 4. Well, they're just not lit up. And the reason being, and this is a tale, I don't have facts on it, but the local energy company, their property line actually bumps up to the track wall. And so it wasn't allowed to have any type of construction behind that wall to add any light poles, etc. And so that's going to make an interesting race this evening with that corner being dark and these open wheels, trying to figure out if you're going to be able to race someone side to side without touching them.
Well, there you go, Soup. How about that?
Working with 2 Ambrose here is a cross between working with the Bodines and the Smothers brothers, but we'll see how it goes out.
Oh, come on. Come on. No.
Let's try Bruce one more time. Let's give one more shot here to Bruce. Oh, and we'll see if we can talk to Bruce. We're going to bring him down here in just a minute. Bruce, you have a copy? We're hoping for it. Come on, baby. One more time. He's pushing it, and it's just not going to happen today. Well, we're going to get Bruce's microphone worked out, and we want to talk to him, find out what it's like to race in the Bootleg Racing League, and also find out if his parents did actually name him after the character in Bang the Drum Slowly, my favorite baseball movie of all time. I'm so disappointed because I wanted to find that out. All right. With that said, hey, Sean, when you were talking about the race details there, I noticed on the overlay something new. There were 2 blue dropless up there. Say it ain't so. Is the Outlaw Modified Series bringing in drop races?
Soup, they're doing it, and you know, I'm sorry. I should have made a point to point that out. Is yes, we've got 2 drop weeks. I heard that the boss, Lowell Jewell, went kicking and screaming on this. And he gave way to the majority of his members and said, all right, we're going to try it, and we'll see how it goes. So,
well, if you're going to try it, this is the season to try it on summertime when people are going to be busy. It's a double-edged sword. You don't, your championship isn't ruined because your sister's getting married on one of these Saturdays, but on the other end, we did enjoy seeing people show up all the time. And I'll tell you right now, drop races just make it that much easier for a dominant driver to continue his dominance. As the big hope that all these drivers had was something bad would happen to J.R. Shepard. Now if it does happen, he just, we'll just throw that one away. So now something bad has to happen to him, not once, not twice, but 3 times for it to actually be painful. And chances of that happen are, well, You get the idea.
Well, I think, honestly, the biggest resentment by some, honestly, is the fact that guys who hustle it every week have got to give away points, basically. They've got to drop points that they earned, and to okay, so it's do I like dropping? Do I not like dropping?
We do a lot of series here, and there are very few that don't use some form of drop race. So an 11 race season that's a major commitment. So we'll see how it plays out. It'll be fun. And
yeah, of course, if you've been away for a while and you're just coming back to us to see the Bootleg Racing League for the first time in, let's say, maybe a month and a half, guess what? They've got a brand new car. This is the new iRacing SK Modified. You don't have a choice anymore. You're really, if you were the old SK Modified, you're in this car now, because the old SK Modified is gone. It's bye-bye. This car, we've had a lot of fun calling. I think this is our third race in this car now. Yes, because we had 1 week off in between. So it's our third race in this car, and it just looks awesome on track. Even on a track that maybe not lit quite as well as some others. Again, it's just magnificent to look at, and as we've come to find out, it races pretty well too. Again, these laps around here, I know the track record in a super late model is just over 16 seconds. John, the super late model modified power plant, somewhat similar in those, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. They're using the Roush Yates engines in here, and pretty much what they're using in the late models. The only difference being, obviously, you've got a much wider tire and about 350 pounds lighter in these modifieds than the late models.
I'd like to take a look at a car that is in pit lane right now. This won't be very exciting. Car number 82 of Joshua Buckley. Crackers, why do you think I want to talk about him? I bet you don't know why I want to talk about the 82. He's our pole sitter, baby.
Well, he is our pole sitter, and you know what? We'll have to see what kind of speed Josh has got when it comes time to drop the hammer. Now, listen, he's in the top 10 in practice, currently sitting there taking it easy, maybe getting a quick break here in the last 30 seconds before we get to racing. But I like his speed, at least practice speed anyway. And well, if we pick up a couple of early caution flags, that could bode well for him. Get some heat in the tires, and you never know. It could be one of those evenings where he finds himself fighting up front most of the night. He's been fast, just needs a little bit of luck. Maybe tonight is the luck he needs to start on the pole.
There's Donnie Moore, multi-time champion. The car on the outside of Buckley will be car number 59 of Mike Allen. He's out there putting in some qualifying times right now. He finished 11th last time out in the season finale. And as that said, Mike just put it in the wall. Get that one out of the way early, Mike. Large field here today for opening round of this 2019 summer season. And all the big names are here. You heard me talk about it in the opening. Man, they are all here and then some. Let's go to the grid right now. Let's take it a row at a time. Joshua Buckley on the front. He's going to be flanked by Mike Allen. Crackers?
Yes, sir. Row 2 is going to be the boss. Lowell Jules starting in number 3. He's in that, he's still in the primer grays right now. But Kurt Meeks, he'll start 4th tonight soon. Donnie
Moore and Mark Herzog is familiar number 57, filling up row 3.
All right, row 4 inside going to be James Lowe starting at 7th spot, number 99 SK Modified, right next to Joshua Banks in his number 36 suit.
9-time Outlaw Modified champion J.R. Shepard sits in 9th inside of Brian Dean.
I love row 6, man. Jason Menden, number 45. We saw him just a little while ago in the Simcro Short Track Championships, right next to, well, not necessarily newcomer, but he's new to us this evening. Mike Mahoney, welcome aboard, buddy, in the number 38. Welcome back to the Bootleg Racing League.
In the Baker's Dozen spot, it's Mike Holloway, flanked by Robbie Robinson, hoping to have better luck this season than he did last time.
All right, in row 8, it is Jeff Harden in the number 44, running a special paint scheme for his wife tonight. John Hine, Cruise Shop Zone, starting in the number 21 SK Modified P16.
The Outlaw Modified Series version of Marcel Marceau, Bruce Pearson sitting in 17th position. with Dan Butler in 18th.
We got a Marcel reference,
There you
and I
go.
love it. Row 10, Ruben Altice in the number 11, next to Scotty Zerk in the 02.
Hitting blackjack, Chris Vicini. Chris Forster in the 22nd position.
And Soup, I'll get these last three. Jeff Dooley in the number 12 will start 23rd. 24th, gonna go to Todd Liston, and Sarah Spiller is here tonight, starting 25th back there in the number 8.
And we're going to talk to Sarah at the end of the race, so you want to stick around for that one. Lots of interviews. We're going to try to get some more flavor interviews this season if we can, as we'll talk to all the guys who finish up front, then a little splattering of the rest of the drivers. The lights are off the pace car. It is time to get this season underway. Chug-a-look, makes you want to holler, hi-da-ho! The 2019 summer season is underway. Mike Allen on the pole. Well, let me correct myself. Joshua Buckley on the pole. Mike Allen now in second. Lowell Jewell slots into third. Moore and James Lowe in his familiar low line in fifth.
Yes, he is, and it's a bit of a gaggle back there in that battle for 5th. JR seems to break away from it there.
And Allen gets the lead as he gets underneath Buckley, and that's going to open the door for the boss. Lowell Jewell, number 3, gets in there as well. Buckley is going to get freight trained right now. Moore trying to get in there. The number 99 of James Lowe decided he's going to try to go up high. Look at that beautiful yellow car. I hope that's yellow of James Lowe.
Kind of yellow.
Well, the color I do know is right behind him. The blue of the 98. That's J.R. Shepard.
Soup Banks back here fighting hard. He's got an angry pack behind him. Meeks. Here comes the 5. Holloway dipping it down in there. Oh, and it's Meeks. Is that Meeks in the wall?
Going to bring out the caution flag? No, it does not. Meanwhile, let's look at 5th position real quick. This is Lowe, really under attack from Shepard. Shepard already gave him a hello once and pushed him right up underneath Moore. Buckley has settled down in third. A nice job from the 82 after a kind of rough beginning.
And that was Meeks that wrapped the wall, literally just knocked it down. He's in the pits, going to be opting for that spare SK Modified. How about the run by Lowell Jewell up front, Soup?
And as you talk about that, there goes Shepard underneath Lowe. Move Shepard up into what would be 5th position now. Boy, he has wasted no time to get going. Let me correct myself. I think the timing and scoring might be off on that. That would be 4th as they are scoring a car in the lead. Oh, it isn't 5th. All right. Boy, come on, Soup, get with it. You know what?
Hey, Soup, we got you.
Well, you know what? Mike Allen has opened up such a lead. I checked in on to see what's going on, and Allen's really beginning to pull away.
Just a little bit. He's checking out here early. Lowell might be a little bit of a cork on the bottle right now for Josh Buckley as he looked inside. Was nothing there. Now Buckley's got to worry about Donnie Moore. Donnie Moore on the inside, Soup.
Yeah, might be a pair of corks up there from Lowell Jewell and Buckley both. Moore really wants to get going, as does J.R. Shepard. Now getting underneath him is Donnie Moore in the 26. Shepard's going to try to follow him right through.
Oh, Soup! Chris Bassini was just going to look at him. He was wild off of 4. Almost lost it. He was moving up through the field.
He did lose it. It's just Robbie Robinson straightened him out after he got loose. The car was going around. Robbie hit him, and then Robbie's a nice guy. Said,
and it's on the front
We
stretch.
got a big one here on the front stretch.
Zerk. It all starts with the 0-2 of Scotty Zerk. A little bit of help from Chris Forster.
Yeah. Wow. And Bassini, who had just struggled, he gets pinched there at the end. You'll see the 15 come through. He's up there by the wall. Here it is on your replay. Zerk's going to get tipped. Bassini's just got nowhere to go.
That's John Hine on the low car in the number 21. He's involved in it. Once the car's clear, they're able to get through. Right on board Forster.
Forster's just going to get there a little quick.
Oh,
Couldn't check it up enough. Man, everybody got crunched up in that one.
well,
All right.
good news for Kurt Meeks, who came in for that early stop. He's going to get the wave around.
All right, John. So we got a few laps in there. Got a decent run, decent start to this race. What are you looking for on the restart here?
Well, really, we're just looking for just that, Sean. We're looking for a restart that we can kind of stretch the legs out and, these guys here, surprisingly, only 3 cars pitted after that incident. The 0-2 stayed out. Doesn't look like he's got much damage, but I think what you're going to see is hopefully everyone gets into single file and that middle group starts to open up, and we have a good race.
Well, if you want to play the game of evens and odds, it's if you consider the low side to be good, this is good news for the guy up front, which is Mike Allen. Donnie Moore will be inside of row 2. And our pole sitter, Joshua Buckley, inside of row 3. Stuck on the top side. We'll see what they can do. Lowell Jewell and J.R. Shepard. Nice hard charger going to Dooley.
Man, he really did pick him up there, Soup. Another one of those Virginia drivers. Man, the Bootleg Racing League, I think that's where they're doing most of their recruiting right now, Soup.
Jeff up 10 spots to be in the Baker's Dozen position. It's nice to be in 13th. It's so much nicer to be in 12th. We go too wide. Well, Sean, we got our first yellow flag out of the season, out of the way of the season. Wouldn't it be nice if that was the last yellow flag of the season? Pace car is in.
Not likely.
Yeah, they're at the Chicken Steak Company on the cows. The horses are out of the barn, and we're going racing for the second time here. Mike Allen gets a good job on the jump. Sure enough, the inside line is working.
Oh, 44's around.
Oh, and Harden had trouble. Out of 2. Looked like his car drifted up a little bit, maybe up into Altice. There's the 44. We'll pick it up here on the replay. I think we'll get a good look at it. I'm
not sure Ruben could really do much about that.
Yeah. You see, he tries to drop down and get in there. Doesn't see anybody there, and he has to make an evasive move because he felt like he was a little close.
Then it swings down right in front of Robbie Robinson.
And
the number
Butler.
20, the familiar orange car of the 22 of the Butler is involved in that one, as well as Chris Forster, who we just saw in the 58 in the last incident. Well, we talk about bad luck finding Robbie Robinson. He still is on his wheel, so I guess it's notorious for being upside down. Almost went over, didn't he?
You know, honestly, I think Harden, watching it on the replay, I think Harden actually going to get away with little to no damage on it. He got tipped, but I don't think he actually bent anything up on the car.
Hey guys, let's give a shout out to Sarah Marie Spiller. She has jumped up 9 spots. A lot to do with attrition, but she's keeping her nose clean. Look to see something good out of her tonight.
In 16th, just 4 spots away from being on the pole. We talked about Jeff Dooley. Well, he's picked up another spot now. He is in that transfer position in 12th. Bruce Pearson in 13th, right behind him. How about the big names that we're used to seeing? James Lowe in 6th, about 3 spots behind Shepard. Joshua Banks well down in 11th. And of course, we talked about Piscini having some issues.
Yeah, Piscini's had to go, he's opted not to go to the spare car yet. He's still deep in the field back at P17, so probably a good call if the damage isn't that bad and he can wheel it. The likelihood of more trouble, is it great? Well, maybe it's a little bit less than great, but it's certainly, it's out there, right, as a possibility.
All right, the leaders are lurking. Lap number 25. We'll be going lap number 24 when we go green. Lights are still on the pace cars. They're still trying to sort out a little bit of the housework.
This big field takes time to get them all sorted out, Sue.
Does indeed. Give a shout out to a couple drivers who are also working their way up. Car number 5 of Mike Holloway up 5 spots in 8th. He's stuck on the outside though. Brian Dean is up a spot. He's got that good inside line for the number 23. All right, they double up. Once Mike Allen was able to get around our pole sitter of Joshua Buckley, he's been comfortable out in front, but he's got a 4-time champion to his right, Donnie Moore. Pace car is in, look out for Moore. Great start from Allen. Shepard now on the inside of Moore. Shepard gets the best of that. Moore trying so very hard to get the car down in front of the 82 of Buckley. He does not. Don't know if Joshua has the pace, though, to finish that. Moore with some momentum. The fight continues. I think when it's all said and done, Donnie's going to make that topside work. He does not.
Whoa! Lowell Jewell caught in the middle back there. He is to meet. Watch out.
Boy, he manages to keep the car going straight. A little bit of a bump from Pardon and thanks Joshua Banks, living up to his nickname, that 36. Got into the back of Dean. Dean with a run now on Buckley. Man. Oh, this battle for fourth. This is where it's happening. They're scrambling from all sides. Poor Donnie Moore, who started on the outside of row 1 when this thing went green, is now stuck back in 7th. He can't find the line to the inside. And Lowell Jewell's not going to give him a break either.
Banks is giving nothing on the bottom right there. He keeps closing the door there.
There he goes. The 36 of Banks now going underneath. One more spot for him. Brian Dean now stuck up top. A little more bumping and banging in the back, but they continue to race.
Oh, Mike Allen!
Hey!
In the middle of the track.
That happened right up front. I think
Wow.
Allen put it in the wall. I think he caught the inside wall right in front of J.R. Shepard. Look at this as we get the replay. It does. Then he drifts back up.
Oh, yeah. Boy, that... I wonder if maybe he had a hardware problem. Just the violence of getting hit the first time there knocked the wheel or the pedals loose or something, but that car started to drift almost like he wasn't on the brake. But here we're on board with Lowell. And Lowell just never even saw it, obviously.
Yeah, the car went down low, came right up in front of Lowell Jewell.
Ouch.
Mahoney involved in it. A little bit from Jeffrey Harden. Ruben Altice got in that one.
We're gonna get a few more backup cars in the race here, Soup. Bassini just not really catching any luck tonight, is he?
Well, in a matter of speaking, that's kind of why he didn't go in for his spare car.
Right.
He kind of knew what was up, what's ahead of him. And
John, talk a little bit about driving up through the back of the field. I know you have some experience with that. Maybe.
Are you implying that I start at the rear, Sean?
Maybe.
Yeah, so, after these cautions, you really have to get into that rhythm. You got to find that rhythm that you had before the caution came out and those nerves driving up to the through this field is pivotal for not only good lap times but making moves on cars. And so these guys fighting in 7th, 8th, 9th position is really detrimental for the ones behind them trying to get up through the field. I think we saw here in this case, it's interesting on turn 4, actually turn 2 as well, is you have an off camber below that white line, and I don't know if he got into the wall or maybe he just got those left front tire down below that white line and just unloaded the car.
Maybe we'll talk about that in a little bit. I've seen a lot of guys getting down on that white line as we get ready to get restarted here. We'll go back to that in a bit.
J.R. Shepard has worked his way up from 9th. He is now on the front. Mark Herzog in the number 57 does not get a good jump, and Shepard gets the run. The car on the inside, that is the 82 of Buckley. Joshua Banks would so very much like to get around Buckley. He's going to swing down low, sweet Jarrett, and he's going to get that pass made. Up into 3rd position is Joshua Banks on a really impressive move. Shep, Herzog, Banks. Battle for 4th, that is Dean on the inside of Buckley. Moore, who was just up in front a while ago, is now fighting back in 6th position with a little bit of love from James Lowe.
Oh, and it cautions out again. I'm trying to pick up what that was. Mike Allen caught the rear of it.
Everybody involved in this. I'm not sure where this starts.
I think it started, you know what? Altice started to lose it. I caught it, Soup. In the middle of the turn, he starts to lose it. John, looked like the car tightened up on him a lot.
Yeah, we're going to see that a lot, especially after the restarts, getting these tires back up to temperature.
Boy, what a melee.
Harden managed to get through. Altice, after getting loose, he bangs it into the wall. Bruce Pearson gets a piece of him. 15 involved in this one of Chris Bassini. Bassini bounces off Lowell Jewell as he goes by.
Well, I tell you what, Bassini may have to drive the hauler on the track. He's just having a rough night.
Yeah, and it's so rough. So Bassini stepped out of the car. They're loading up what's left of that SK Modified. Unfortunately, the Eastport Feeds SK Modified is out of the race now this evening, and all the Riverhead Raceway fans sad to see that go. I haven't seen the results from tonight's modified action at Riverhead Raceway, but I know Kyle Soper has got, I believe, 3 or 4 wins in that Eastport Feeds that's modified there at Riverhead Raceway. So sorry to see that car go, but looks like we still have a field of about 18 SKs in this race, Soup, and all of them look to be on the lead lap.
Well, I have 2 words that are the medicine to make Bassini feel better. Do you want to know what they are? Drop rounds.
Aha! Yes. We did talk about that, didn't we?
It is. The liquor of the unlucky.
And Sean, I thought he was going to say AOL.
So we debated. Is that still a thing? John, do you still have your AOL account? Oh, wait a minute. We know somebody who has an AOL account, don't we? Might be in the booth with us this evening here.
It's there for ex-girlfriends. I want to make sure everyone can find me.
Now we know the rest of the story on that one. And I'm hearing from Chris Bassini that unfortunately they've run out of funds for the evening, and that's why they took the car off the track. So they've got to sell the hauler now for the season to get that car rebuilt and ready for next week.
Hey guys, take a quick look at who's in 10th. Sarah Marie Spiller.
Yeah, she's been there before in many a race, Sean. It's a matter of whether she can get it home. Let's hope she does. The lights are off the pace car.
Pretty good job avoiding the trouble so far. I don't want to jinx her. Here we go.
Okay, we are past the halfway mark. We're at lap 45. 9-time champion J.R. Shepherd out in front. 2 seasons ago, it was pardon and thanks Joshua Banks that gave Shepherd everything he could ask for at a championship, losing it by a single digit. Right now, the 36 trails the 98 on the track by 2 car lengths.
Sue, we've been sleeping on a car. Watch out for Forster back there, the 58. He's been moving up through the field all night. I think he's got a handle on it right now.
I'm telling you, that's where the racing is. Back for the battle for 5th position. Forster is up top. Mike Holloway, the veteran in the 5, is going to get the best of that one. Talk about a guy we've been sleeping on. Holloway having a nice run as well.
Yeah.
Up 8 spots.
There, I talk amazing things about Forster, and now he's backing up on the outside. My bad. Sorry, Mike. Or Chris, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Now I can't even get his name right.
Well, he was on the top side, and they were not giving him any help.
And Dean just behind that, he almost lost. I don't know if we caught that on camera, but that car almost broke sideways. Oh no.
Yeah. And
Sean,
coming out of coming out of 4, he got loose, bounced it off the outside wall, then came down and, well, I guess he got the inside wall after getting loose.
Yeah, so this is what I wanted to talk about after, when we were rounding out that last caution flag, John. Seen a lot of guys getting brave down there around that white line, and you can get a little too close like that right there.
Yeah, these cars are so stiff. I mean, they have absolutely no travel to them. You get that tire below the white line and that off-camber track, it's going to just bottom out. There's a severe bump coming out of 4, and I think that's what we're seeing. These guys just bottoming out and losing shape of the car.
I'm going with Forster here, Sue.
He tried to get by. He almost made it, then he gets clipped. But he does a nice little old Corbett little pirouette here. And really no harm done. He gets it going back straight again.
No harm done, except for maybe the right front toe on that car, possibly.
Well.
Yeah, it is one of the things that we've noticed about the modifieds over the years is that right front actually not as fragile as you would think. You can wrap that a couple, maybe a few times before it gets really bad and you're wrenching on the wheel all night. Not to mention what it'll do to the tires. How bad can that right front and even the right rear be affected, John, when you knock the toe out on that right front?
Well, you know, the toe, that's your entry in. So if you mess that up, you've shot the whole corner in your exit speed. So hopefully we'll see, you know, if it had any effect on them.
The driver inheriting their way back onto the lead lap, Kurt Meeks. Down in 18th position with several laps down, but all these caution flags and the lucky dog. Wave around, wave around, wave around. Kurt, you're back in there. Only 6 spots back from being on the pole for round 2.
Oh boy, the A-pillar debate is heating up out there in the chat. I don't know if it's heating up, but it was mentioned. I don't know. I can't remember if we talked about this on the air, but the car that they scanned, Justin Bonsignore's modified that they scanned, the A-pillar. John, I'll let you explain that here in a second, but he's one of the only drivers still that uses the solid material. A lot of them went to a Lexan material. John, real quickly, what does that A-pillar do?
Well, that helps you look going into the corner, especially coming on the outside of cars. So we're getting ready to go back green here.
Yeah, talk about the A-pillar. I've called a lot of these races. I don't know if it's playing an effect, but this is the first one I can remember where 2 cars have actually hit the inside wall as if they didn't know where the racing line was. Pace car is in. Look at Joshua Banks get a great start on Shepard. He's going to make Shepard earn this one. Boy, and I'll tell you, how about the 57 of Herzog? He's right there, too. Maybe it just wasn't a good start from Shepard. Those guys are racing right behind him in 4th and 5th. There is our pole sitter, Joshua Buckley. He's hanging with the big guys. And Mike Holloway in 5th.
Boy, and Holloway almost clipped it coming out of 4.
The fluorescent citrus-flavored machine of James Lowe. He's stuck on the top side. Underneath him, that is Donnie Moore. Lowe does not like to be high.
Now, how do you know that?
Position. I'm talking his geographic location on the track, not his consciousness status.
Oh, no! Herzog around.
It's Pardon and thanks Joshua Banks, showing you why he picked up that nickname. Let's see if we can find any type of alibi for Banks.
I cannot believe that didn't bring the caution out.
It didn't. We are mean and green. You are absolutely correct there, John.
Yeah, we've got a battle for the front.
Yeah.
Well, after suggesting that Herzog get out of the way, we'll now move to the front.
Wow.
You got to figure J.R. Shepard is sweating a little bit after seeing what happened to the 57. We love Joshua Banks. I'm just saying. But I'm just saying.
I'm having trouble recovering from that. I can't believe that. Again, it probably should have been a caution flag there, but we race on, and J.R. Shepard right now, his mirror is full of Joshua Banks.
It is Florida, and the race stewards have had their early bird dinner special. They're probably getting a little tired right now. Want to get this race over with. Look at Banks on the back of Shepard. He's right on board with Joshua.
Yeah,
John,
this is where you start driving out of the rear view mirror, and that's boy, that's dangerous when you got someone breathing on the back of you like this.
Hey,
John,
go ahead.
I was going to say, John, I want you to watch the 5. I really, really think he's close to wrecking this car. I do not like the way he's going down under that apron in 3 and 4.
Of course, we're talking about Mike Holloway in the 5, racing in 5th.
Yeah, good eyes, Sean. That's well, that's a slippery slope. No pun intended either.
Yeah.
I think Joshua Banks might have got a little piece of the wall coming out of 4 a couple laps ago. Having to regain his momentum now. Still 32 laps of racing to go. The driver in 4th, coming off a win in the season finale, Jason Menda. Quietly working his way up there, up 7 spots.
Well, he's having a lot better luck in this race than he did in the Simcro race, so I'm glad to see Menda recover. Literally, it was only like an hour and a half between the 2 races, but he is definitely on his game here.
Jeff Dooley is up a bushel of positions there.
Yeah. And he just got by Moore to get there.
Yeah. We've seen Jeff Dooley be very impressive. If he can get some good runs in there, for him to be inside the top 5 in the points. Things settling down a bit now.
Yeah, Sean, you mentioned earlier about getting low there in 3 and 4. Watch Dooley in 1 and 2. He's got an exceptional line. Uses the apron of the apex, but just for a brief second. Now
up in 3rd position. This is Joshua Buckley. We've given him a tip of the hat to how well he's raced with the big guys. He's got Jason Menda. We talked about Menda coming off that win last time out. And now Menda dives underneath. This is going to be a done deal here, I think. Menda gets a good drive off and move him up into third. 1.5 seconds behind Banks. Not sure if he's going to be able to get there in 26 laps unless we have a caution.
A little disappointed to see the 82 there, Buckley, not back in the Danny Cesspool's number 82 with the iRacing scheme this evening.
Can you say that last name one more time for me, please?
Joshua Buckley or Danny
Danny.
Cesspools?
Okay.
Oh, Buckley's around! Watch out of 4. Wow, what a save. Here we go, Sue.
Replay.
Yeah, look at the hands. Oh, oh. That was certainly an exciting moment.
Soup, is it always like this? Sean talks about a driver and they spin or they have an incident?
Yeah. As very much. My neighbor's dog barks incessantly. I'm having, hopefully, next broadcast to have Sean talk about him. We got some lap traffic coming up here. Sarah Marie Spiller has found her way back into 18th position. She is the last car on the lead lap. This could be interesting as it's only about 5 car lengths back for Banks to get up to Shepard. Shepard will not want to play around too long here.
We got a caution. Yep. Might have been even a little bit of ghost contact between John Hine and the boss.
Oh, when it's the boss involved, I'll tell you right now, is he's paying
Definitely
the bills
ghost
here
contact.
for me. Ghost contact, yeah.
Netcode. Absolute netcode. Well, the replay might solve this for us, Sue. You make the call. You know, actually,
I think it was netcode.
It did look like netcode, didn't
Yeah.
it? I really didn't see him touch. John, do you want to explain netcode? Okay, that's a big no.
Nobody wants to explain netcode.
Is that the same as Nintendo?
It's very much like a Star Trek where there is no true reality, right, Sean? I mean,
No.
what I see and what you see is may not always be the same.
Yeah, Hines' car just goes right now. Luckily for Hine, he doesn't get hit. He doesn't hit the wall, so car's still in good shape. He's going to lose all those positions. Finds himself back there fighting with Herzog and Spiller, and Meeks just in front of him.
Well, I don't know if this is good news for Joshua Banks or bad news for Joshua Banks. I don't think he was going to be able to catch Shepard. Now he's going to be a lot closer. I mean, he'll be alongside of Shepard, but I don't know if he's going to be able to close the deal here from the outside. And the car that I've been watching with some pretty good pace is Jason Menda. So I think of all the guys who benefit from this caution, it's the 45 of Menda.
John, what spot do you want to start from here in this, what might be the final restart?
I tell you what, Joshua Banks, I mean, he's got several laps here to cool those tires down. I agree with Soup. I think he used it up way too much on that last restart. Hopefully he learned something. So I'm going to go with the 36 car, currently in second.
He is aggressive, and he will fight, and he'll make Shepard fight. If he can get a good run and maybe pin Shepard to the inside line through 1 and 2, maybe he'll have a bit of a chance to get some momentum off of 2.
I'm going to keep my eyes on Dooley back there, guys. He's starting on the inside.
Right.
Let's see if he can get a run here. Maybe get the whole shot on his start, pick up a couple quick positions, and then maybe find himself battling for the top 3.
Agreed. This is a guy we need to keep our eye on all season long. I like what I've seen from him in the previous seasons, and I think it's all going to come together for him right now. The pace car comes across the line. The lights go off. We are working lap number 87. There'll be 13 to go when we go green. So, partner, now when I give it to you this time, I want to time nicely. I want the energy to build right when they start to race, okay?
Oh. Now there's pressure. Okay, I didn't realize we were doing this with pressure. All right, here we go. Pace car, got him into 3. Buddy, let's drop that disco ball down here. Season 3, J.R. Shepherd's got the field. It's time to boogie. Let's get this party started. Joshua Banks falls right in line. He's got to fight, bend into the corner.
Well done, nicely done. Look at Banks gets that position. Menda was not able to get to the inside. Oh, and Menda gets around. James Lowe gives him an assist. Now, I'm not sure if Menda didn't get loose in front of Lowe. I think
John, he got loose, didn't he?
Yeah, he was wandering. Menda's car was getting the rear end was coming around, then he catches it, he brings it back up, and Lowe had nowhere to go. And then the rest of the drivers tried their very best to keep him going straight. In fact, I think they did. Banging him from all directions.
Well, was it the restart we wanted? It was the restart we got. Jeff Dooley.
We got a car stuck here.
Hang on. What's going on there? Yeah, John.
That is, who's Pearson? We're still on replay. Bruce Pearson was found himself in the wall for some reason. And
Altice trying to make his way through on screen there on the replay. Not sure what was up with Pearson.
Well, he got involved in that last incident. He got banked from many positions. I think he was just trying to get the car around, and I don't think it was turning was the issue.
Yes, in fact, that was. He had to. The 3-point turn wasn't a very good 3-point turn. He had to let a bunch of traffic get by and everything. He just honestly stayed just staying out of the way. Didn't want to back up in anybody.
How many have we done of these nonsense for? We're working here for 92 laps. I talk about it in the pre-race show. They're nowhere to be found on the grid, but when it's all settled down, J.R. Shepherd, Joshua Banks, James Lowe. The only one that's really missing out of this is Chris Bassini. Sean, you talked about what Jeff Dooley could do. We've been talking about him all race. There he is in 4th. He will be on the outside.
If he can win this one from there, I think we're going to be talking about probably one of the greater drives we've ever seen in the Bootleg Racing League, to be honest with you. And he's it's going to be a tough time getting restarted there up top. As we saw on that last restart, Banks just couldn't get going, could not get around JR. I'm sure Dooley's in for the same kind of fight. This next restart might be the last one we get. I don't know, these caution periods have been pretty long. Lights are out now. That was 3 caution laps. I don't know. It's going to be close.
So many names to talk about. Butler is in 6th. How about Sarah Maria Spiller? She's worked her way up into, what would that be, I guess, 8th position there on the outside.
Yep.
Check, see exactly, yeah. Okay. We've got ourselves a 7-lap shootout. I do not believe the green light checker has been employed yet in this series, so we're getting close to the point of no return. Shepherd gets the jump. Look at Banks right behind him now. Just a half car length back. In striking position. Low in 3rd. Dooley was able to get down into 4th. Holloway and Butler go 5th and 6th. 6 laps of racing left.
Holloway's on the comeback there, and the caution's out.
Banging in the back.
Oh,
no.
no.
Turned around. Sarah Maria Spiller. They did it to her. They spilled her.
Yes. Yeah, contact between her and Donnie Moore. It results in her backing it up into the wall. Heavy damage on the modified. It's Donnie on the inside, the 26 ASPCA Stone River SK Modified. Sarah started to creep back down the line a little bit there, guys.
I do not think we are done racing yet.
It's going to be close. 3 laps to go here at the line.
13 cars on the lead lap. J.R. Shepard, Joshua Banks, James Lowe, your front 3. The news I'm getting is the lights have to go off the pace car this time by. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, Sean and I saw this many a time growing up in Riverhead. If the lights do go off on the pace car, the bumper is going to be the number one piece of that car that's going to be used the most.
I believe the lights remain on. Unless Martian's attack or J.R. Shepard runs out of fuel, he will be our winner. But like it was 2 seasons ago, the man right behind him on the track and on the points will be Joshua Banks. Great runs from Lowe and Dooley. Let's go back to look at our transfer spot. It's the boss, Lowell Jewell. Our pole sitter, Joshua Buckley, outside looking in. No, let me correct myself. He is behind Jewell on the track, but not in the standings. It would be Ruben Altice in 13th. White flag for J.R. Shepard. Go, Sean.
Lowell had a fast car at the beginning of this race. I think he likes this new car. And listen, I like his chances starting from the pole next week. To be honest with you, not a bad place for him to finish up tonight.
Coming out of corner number 4, he is a 9-time champion. And what better way to kick off the 21st season here in the Bootleg Racing League's Outlaw Modified Series than give the opening round win to J.R. Shepard. Joshua, pardon and thanks, Banks in 2nd. James Lowe in 3rd. 13 cars on the lead lap. Lowell Jewell does get the transfer spot. He'll be on the pole for round 2. It was a good one. And as they come around and we're ready to send off the fireworks, we will go to break. Don't go far. We'll come back to run down the entire finishing order, talk to some of the drivers before we put a lock on the gate. You're watching the Global Sim Racing Channel. Sponsored by the Cruise Shop. Streaming cyberspace into your place via the Global Sim Racing Channel. This is the Bootleg Racing League's Outlaw Modified Series, the 21st edition, 2019 Summer Championship. And our results are in here from Five Flags. J.R. Shepard gets the win. started in 9th. Joshua Banks right behind him in 2nd, started in 8th. James Lowe gets the 3rd position, started in 7th. From 23rd position, Jeff Dooley in 4th. Mike Holloway with another good run rounds out your top 5. The back half of your top 10, Dan Butler, Jeffrey Harden, Kurt Meeks, who got the wave around, was several laps down, going to get 8th position. Mark Herzog, who got spun while racing in 2nd, works his way back into 9th. And the veteran, number 26, Donnie Moore, in 10th. Crackers?
All right, Soup. Jason Menda is going to wind up right where he started, there in 11th. Lowell Joel, our pole sitter next week at Myrtle Beach, he finishes 12th. Ruben Altice, man, a tough evening for poor Ruben. 13th for him, though. Not a horrible result, I guess. Sarah Maria Spiller had a top 12 finish working. Gets caught up in that last incident. That'll result in a 14th. Brian Dean, 15th. Josh Buckley, the number 82, SK Modified 16th tonight. John Hine, 17th for him, 11 laps down. Bruce Pearson, 18th for him. Todd Liston, a tough night, and we never even talked about him. Sorry about that, Todd. Chris Forster, who was moving up through this field big time this evening, going to wind up on the short end there in 20th. Robbie Robinson, 21st. Chris Piscini out early tonight, 22nd. 23rd for Mike Mahoney. Mike Allen also out in 24th. Scotty Zerk, 25th. A lot of those guys there, 21st to 24th, all involved in that same incident that ended their evening, Soup. But, well, looks like JR just doesn't want to talk to us. So
okay. I have nothing more to ask him about what it's like to win a race. So let's
we'll
start
go with Josh.
Pardon the thanks, Joshua Banks, if we can. Let's bring him down into the van and finish 2nd. Worked his way all the way up from 8th position. Josh, nice run.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Did you think you'd have any chance at all? You had to start on the outside of Shepard there. You kind of figured it was going to be a tough job.
Yeah, it was tough tonight. The car was, to me, it just was tight. But obviously you can roll it better. JR proved it. Just got to figure out where that speed's coming from and try to figure out how to get it faster. But it was still a good night. Had a little beating and banging, though. We true modified racing here, but got to go ahead and apologize to Mark on that incident. It's just a racing deal. I think I just went into it a little too hard. He probably let up a little too sooner than he did, and it just didn't end up like it wanted to. I wasn't meaning to. It just happened to go out like that. It wasn't intentional by any means.
Yep, not going to the store for milk is what my dad used to say. How did the car feel at the end of the run? Is this car any different as far as using up tires from the old version?
It still uses tire. I mean, I was using the heck out of them, just trying to get through the field as best I could. I mean, probably not the smartest thing to do, but I want to get up to the front as quick as I can and try to lead as much as I can. But yeah, it wears out pretty quick if you abuse it. And I feel like if we just be patient with the car, let it come to us, we'd probably be able to have a little bit more tire to compete with JR if he was up front most of the time like he was tonight. Let's see. It's the first time 5 flags in these cars, so it's probably just the way the track is. You know, it's a tough track to pass and tough track to gain speed when you got somebody up in the front doing what he's able to do. So we go into next week, though, see what we can do.
All right, congratulations. Joshua Banks, our second place finisher today. And John Ambrose had that one call saying that Joshua used up all of his stuff to get where he was. Didn't really have anything left for JR when it was time to go racing. Sean, you want to talk to the winner?
I'm going to talk to whoever shows. There we go. We got J.R. Shepard. Of course, I want to talk to the winner. J.R. Shepard. Seems like it's been a minute since I talked to you, buddy. Not a bad way to start off the season, is it?
No, it's not, Sean. I mean, it was a good race tonight. I'm a little upset with the incident with Mike Allen. He ran a great race, and I don't know what else I could have done there. He grabbed the edge of pit wall, and I just couldn't get slowed down in time and made contact.
Yeah, now, okay, so we talked about this during the race. I mean, he's not the only one we saw down there running it down low, down by that white line or even a little bit over it. What happens when you don't make that transition right back to the track?
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those tracks where you really got to hit the bottom. as soon as you go in. If you miss it any at all, the guy behind you is going to eat you up. So it's very easy to go in at a little bit of a wrong angle and touch that apron. You can make it work, but you've got to have your steering angle and your throttle in the right position when you touch the apron. Otherwise, this car will go around, which is a little bit different than the past version.
Okay, all right. So you're helping me segue here. I appreciate that, JR. You act like you've done this before. The new car. I haven't had a chance to ask you. What do you think?
So far, I like it. I mean, it seems like the car's a little bit freer, but at the same time, the throttle is your friend in these cars. You still a momentum car, and it still uses the tires up. So it seems to be fun to drive. I think we're gonna have to run it on more tracks to see what happens there. The big difference between this car and the past car is that A-pillar, so it kind of throws your timing off and your view going into the corner, and it seems like it's messed with a lot of us so far.
Okay, so there you go, guys. JR brings up the A-pillar. I guess that will remain a debate. We'll see. So let's run JR, and we'll see you again next week, buddy. Congratulations on another big win in the Bootleg Racing League. And until next time, take care, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, guys, and a shout out to the cruise shop for being behind us again. Thanks for what you guys do too. Thanks.
Our winner today, J.R. Shepard, 9-time champion. I get the opportunity to talk to the driver who finished third. He was farther back. This is James Lowe. James, quickly, were you involved in any of the nonsense that was going on deeper in the field?
Early on, I think I missed most of it. I had that dust up there at the end with Jason. I apologize to him. Not sure what happened there. But he blinked out for a second, and when he came back, I was in his car, so I'm not sure what happened there.
You know, we talk about it every race. It's funny, no matter how they shuffle you guys up, Shepard, Banks, Lowe, usually Passini in the mix as well. When it gets down to the end, there you guys all are up front together. It's got to be funny that you end up there every race. It seems.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd get a few green flag laps there, and maybe those guys would get to battling, because I had a good bit of speed there at the end. I saved my tires early, so I was pretty good at the end.
Yeah, you really didn't get a chance at it with those late yellow flags. You didn't get a chance to make a stab. Hey, we're going to watch you the rest of the season. Good luck down the road.
Appreciate it, guys.
James Lowe, your third place finisher today. All right, Sean, let's do it, baby. Who you got?
Soup, I'm going to talk to Sarah Spiller. Sarah, have you got us?
Yes. Now it works.
All right. Well, we could definitely hear you. Welcome to the booth. It was a tough drive tonight, but you still managed to get a top 15. How you feeling about that?
Yeah, very good. I was even in the top 10, I think, until 5 laps before the finish. A little bit unfortunate ending, but was good overall.
All right. Now, Sarah, this is the first time we've gotten a chance to talk to you. Why don't you tell everybody where you're talking to us from?
I am actually talking from Santiago de Chile. I'm originally German, so born in Berlin, Germany, but I live in Chile, yeah. So really in the southern tip of the world where we have snow and everything right now.
Right, you're enjoying your winter right now down there, aren't you?
Well, yeah, with flu and all these kinds of nice things that come with winter as well.
Okay, so I know you're a huge motorsports fan. You got to go to your first World Rally event here recently, didn't you?
Yeah, that was actually great. It was the first World Rally Championship in Chile, actually. So, yeah, good that these kinds of events come to our country here as well.
All right, now, so I got a special treat for you here. Now, Soup, my partner here, I don't know if you know this or not, but it's been a rumor that he was an NBA basketball scout at one time. Very, very knowledgeable NBA figure, very important here in the United States. Soup, Sarah plays a little bit of basketball, although I think she just wrapped up her career playing. But You two maybe need to trade a little basketball information.
Well, see, now you threw me a curveball because I was going to give her an Oscar Schmidt reference, which is the greatest South American basketball player of all time. But now she's from Germany, so I'm going to change that up. Does the name Def Lip Shrimp mean anything to you?
Yeah, of course.
There you go.
He was, I guess, really the first who played in the NBA, yeah.
Yes, he was indeed. That's very good. What? I'll get you out of here on this. What gets a girl from Germany to Chile? How does that work?
Work and then love. So basically my boyfriend who also got me into motorsports, he's from Uruguay. So yeah, these kinds of things, how they happen in life, right?
Work and love. What more is there? Work and love and sim racing. That's your whole life right there. Sarah, I had fun talking to you. Good luck the rest of the way. And maybe these guys will be nice to you. They stop spinning you. You get yourself a podium finish pretty soon.
Let's hope for that, yeah.
Thank you very
much. But
much.
everybody is always so nice and helpful to me. So I think I spin them out a lot more than they spin out me. So a shout out to all the guys. They're always so helpful and nice. So thanks to all of them.
Thanks, Sarah. Congratulations the rest of the way. Sean, I'm smiling. I'm glad we got that interview in. Now, if we can tune back next week, we're going to talk to Bruce Pearson. I'm going to give all the viewers a homework assignment. Watch Bang the Drum slowly. Before then, we'll get the inside news on why he is named after the Robert De Niro character. That's all we got time for here tonight. Thanks to the Bootleg Racing League for organizing the Outlaw Modified Series and contracting with GSRC to broadcast it. For more series information about the Bootleg Racing League, I like these guys because it makes sense. Go to facebook.com/Bootleg Racing League or bootlegracingleague.com. That is just so cool. Thanks to the series organizers, the series sponsors. Let's talk about the cruise shop. And we talked about the cruise that's coming up the first of next year. So you want to get on that. 260-755-6125 or just email them at the cruise shop FW, that stands for Fort Wayne.com. Talk to Brenna. She'll get something worked out for you, whether you're on our cruise or maybe something different. On screen now are some of the equipment and software we use to stream cyberspace into your place. Additional thanks to June Lalonde, who provides our wonderful music. You can contact her with the information on screen. The Bootleg Racing League returns next week. It's going to be for round 2 from Myrtle Beach. We'll be there. We hope you join us. Sliding across your screen now are some of the upcoming broadcasts. Mark those down on your calendars. If you want more information about us, boy, if you don't know where to go, you haven't been paying attention. GlobalSimRacingChannel.com, Twitter at GSR Channel, Facebook at Global Sim Racing Channel, and Instagram at GSRC_Graham. Also, if you haven't done so yet, become one of our YouTube subscribers by hitting that big red button. Finally, on behalf of the entire crew, that would be Joe Peak in the production van, the Ambrose brothers alongside of me, and Dougie Beard, our camera guru. I'd like to thank all of you for watching as you watch J.R. Shepherd make the first step towards his 10th championship, winning the season opener here at Five Flags. With that said, we're off to have fun storming the castle. So until next time, race clean, race hard, and we'll see you on the track.